World of Tanks has been pushed back till tomorrow because I'm doing a collab. So, in lieu of that, we are going to review for the first time on this channel an artillery piece. An Armored Warfare artillery piece. Now, I've talked up how much more enjoyable artillery is in Armored Warfare in comparison to World of Tanks and how much more balanced it is. I think it's about time I prove this. So, for a start, we're going to compare the Grosdinka to the M109 because we are reviewing the M109 today. Now, first things first, they have the exact same hit points. The M109 has better armor. Grosdinka has slightly better mobility. Grosdinka has significantly better camouflage, but the M109 has a better view range. The big thing here, though, is the depression. The M109 has significantly better depression than the Grosdinka. Then again, you don't really need depression with artillery, right? Yeah, no, you actually kind of do. Accuracy-wise, Grosdinka wins. Rate of fire-wise, Grosdinka wins. It's the fact that the M109's alpha damage is so much higher. The other advantage here to the M109 over the Grosdinka is the Hera round. Hera stands for High Explosive Rocket Assisted. That means that its artillery shells travel significantly faster than the Grosdinka's. Yeah. Shorter time to on target. However, again, the Grosdinka will fire quicker, aims faster, and is more accurate. So you're going to have to take that into account. So that's kind of the comparison between these two artillery pieces. I mean, view range really doesn't matter for the RD pieces, neither does camouflage, because if you're being spotted, your team's kind of fucked up already. But the other big thing with these two is the M109 has a significantly bigger blast range with its artillery shell. Again, less accurate, bigger boom. As you can see, the Hera round on this has a 10.5 meter area of effect, whereas the standard round here has an 8 meter area of effect. So, getting into the Grosdinka's top armament, doesn't get a bigger area of effect and doesn't have a significant lot more damage. I mean, it's 342 maximum versus 450. The minimum damage on the M109's round is beyond the maximum damage of the Grosdinka's round. Yeah. If you want a hard-hitting artillery, you take this thing. If you want one that fires more often and more accurately, you take the Grosdinka. So, let's get into equipment for the M109. Or commanders first, really. So, if you don't have any commanders unlocked, I recommend Philip because of the increased module damage and reduced aim time and increased accuracy. Those factors make him worth it. Now, if you do have some other commanders unlocked, particularly the commander on the Grosdinka over here, Carlos. If you have Carlos unlocked, you throw Carlos in the goddamn artillery. Period, end of story. I don't mean to cuss like that, but you put Carlos in it if you got him unlocked. Crew-wise, smooth ride helps because, believe it or not, artillery have to move. Quick draw on artillery is universal, faster aim time, of course faster reload, and extra module damage. You're already stacking module damage, let's stack even more module damage. Ammunition, this is pretty simple, guys. Load all of the secondary rounds you possibly can. If you have two different types, mix them to be equal amounts, and load the best freaking HE shell you've got. Preferably Hera rounds, because that rocket assist makes them a lot higher velocity. Retrofits. This is where things get interesting. I prefer to go as much boom as I can get. So chrome barrel liner, extra damage, advanced sleeve, quicker reload, especially on the longer reloading artillery, and the enhancement to crew skills from technology will also give you a quicker reload. You can, however, switch the advanced thermal sleeve for straight up experimental propellant. You want to do it? You go for it. Or you can actually go get the augmented breech lock or gyroscopic stabilizer. This is my preference for the M109. It's not necessarily the best. There are other ways of doing it. It's up to your preference. This is what I prefer. You could go over here to technology and actually get braiding and Kevlar to protect your crews. It's an idea. But up to you. Now, consumable-wise is where things get interesting. You can take a full set of standard consumables, or since you're running artillery, you can actually load up on protein bars, energy drinks, and engine oil. It's going to cost you a fortune. It's going to cost you 30,000 credits a match. But it is going to generate quite a bit of extra capabilities for your artillery piece, including acceleration speed, aim time, reload time, all that stuff. Your choice. I prefer the standard consumables because it's cheaper, but if it wasn't for the fact of the cost, I would really run the I want to move faster, shoot faster, and aim quicker consumables all day long. So that is the basics of the M109. Let's talk about military service of the M109, shall we? So the M109 is called a field howitzer 155 self-propelled gun. It is currently still in use as the M109A7 Paladin is the nickname. Yes, the muzzle brake really is that ridiculously huge. It has seen conflict since the 1960s. So it's been to Vietnam, it's been to Grenada, it's been to the Iraqi wars. It has been basically everywhere the U.S. goes and fights. It is the primary mobile artillery system for the United States. And we distribute a lot of these to our allies. It's seen service in Libya, Greece. It currently is also seeing service in the Syrian civil war. It's all over. This artillery piece is all over the world. All over the world. It used to also be used by Belgium, Germany, the Netherlands, and the UK, but they developed their own thing. And Canada also used to use it, but they have phased it out for their own thing as well. But yeah, that's the military service of this vehicle. It packs a huge punch, and it is one of the few artillery pieces in the world that can actually traverse and shoot behind it. Anyway, let's go see this thing in some PvP action, because that's what you guys like seeing. Don't worry, your regular World of Tanks video again will resume tomorrow. I'm doing a collab, and we're trying to release it on the same day, so that resumes tomorrow. Let's go take a look at some PvP. Now, it took me some work to get this particular PvP match because, I'll be quite honest, one of the defects with Armored Warfare and playing artillery, you're really reliant on your team not being a bunch of dumb shits. I get that that's a bad attitude to have, but the fact of the matter is you are really truly relying on your team to not be stupid. I'm like, they already fired? Are they like trying to early shot us or something? And then that Grostinka thinks he's safe. Fires again. You ain't safe. Have a Christmas present. And that screeching sound is the helicopter flying overhead, by the way. I am back here and I'm like, are you going to relocate or am I going to get to do some more counter battery work? You know what, let's go ahead and just fire the shell. Just to make him panic. Now I'm actually using this hill right here to shield me. And to act as my defensive point. Meanwhile, by the way, remember how I said this thing had a nice big boom radius? Big boom! Oh, what's this? Dragoon? Oh, you ain't even... Wonder if he even knew that was coming. And now, of course, the Abbot is trying to counter battery me. Which he is doing some damage. I'll give him that. But I'm not stupid enough to let you sit there and empty the whole clip at me. Now here's the problem though. That Abbott, while he's doing some counter battery, which is helping his team, it's keeping me from being able to fire at the moment. He kind of got fixated on me. And you guys are going to see what that results in. In the meantime though, I see a T-62 who has his ass in towards me. Good night. You can see though, their artillery is almost strictly firing counter battery shells. And if that XM800 had half a brain, he would have turned around and killed me. Seriously, he should have just turned around and wasted me. You want to pull that? Okay, well, I'm going to aim well ahead of you and try to guess where you're going to go. Aim circle getting smaller, getting smaller, getting smaller. There it is. Fire in the hole. Get a hit. Abbott is once again focusing solely on trying to counter me. And I'm predicting where he's shooting. So I just pretty much, he hits me once, and then I dodge his other two shells. And our team is actually currently losing. Alright, Sheridan, you put down smoke. AMX-10P. You should move. No, you really should move! He got a warning. He knew it was coming. Oh, OF-40. How's your day? I bet it's great. I don't care that I'm getting spotted right now because I keep using that hill to shield myself. And I know that Abbott is solely focused on hitting me, but with the hill between us, he's not able to do anything. And he just died to the AMX-10P. Oh look, the match has turned around. 3,600 damage? Wow. Leopard 1 moving through the open field. Now the Leopard 1 is a quick main battle tank and I know it. But I also know eventually he's got to stop. And when he does, well, he ain't gonna like me anymore. Also, I now know the threat of counter battery is gone. Hey, did a little bit of damage still. Again, big boom radius on this one. It ain't like the Grostinka and the Abbott that have to hit almost on top. You can hit in the same postcode. Also, I'm going to fire a smoke round. Hopefully I can protect that Leopard for a few more seconds. Sadly, however, I can't. But it's something to pay attention to, and it's something I'm still getting used to, is between shots, you really should fling out a smoke round. Or, and if you have illumination rounds, fling those out too. That's not gonna hit. It's gonna make him panic, but it's not gonna hit. I'm spotted. That's bad. Try to take aim at this 62, but the other advantage of the Grostinka is it has a better arc. My arc is pretty shallow. It still goes over their heads, but it's fairly shallow. Oh, AMX. Meh. Did a little bit of damage. AMX-10P, while I'm reloading, I'm going to save your life. Just to annoy the enemy, I'm going to save your life. Should have fired. Okay, well, I know where the swing fire is. There's only one position he can be in. Fling a shell. However, it lands short. If it had gone over, it would have killed him. And I'm reloading right now. He's dead. No problem, AMX. No problem. I say I've been doing it all game. I've only fired 2. I should have been doing it the entire game. Between every shot, flinging out a smoke shell for my friends in order to keep them alive longer. It also would have given me a lot more rep. But this is armored warfare artillery. Now you tell me, is this fair and balanced? I mean, I think my biggest hit was 295. And that was on a completely unarmored wheeled tank destroyer. and it had to be a close or a direct hit for that. Yeah, 294 actually is my biggest hit. And I had to work for my damage. And I did 3 times my hit points in damage, but I had to work for it. And as you can see, the kill shots are, I mean, I didn't do over 300 with a single hit. The kill shots might have been over 300, but they were easy pens. I was hitting the rear or I was hitting an AFV directly. But as you can see, I mean, the shots are not super accurate. They're accurate enough. And the counter battery system works, as you can see from the Abbott trying to constantly kill me. However, if you're solely focused on killing the enemy artillery, you're not supporting your team. So if you guys did like this video, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more stuff by Fiaura, then subscribe. I put stuff up all the time. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, i.e. go donate $1. I would appreciate it immensely. I also write personal letters and give more direct lines of contact to my patrons. Or you can click on the ad at the end of the video. Either one's fine. Lastly, if you want to see the previous Armory Warfare video, it actually went up yesterday. It's right there. It's on the LAV 300. And again, it's another tank and tactical analysis review. Only this time it's with some PvE, because you guys did ask for the occasional PvE review, and I decided that it would be best if I gave such a thing. In the meantime, this is Fiaura, officially signing out for right now. I can't wait to see your comments on this one. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, guys. There it is again. All day long. 72's got him knocked out. Looking for a shot, looking for a shot. Trying to hit his rear, because there's nothing there to protect him. But sadly, my shots are not that accurate. And the T-80 hull has extra reinforcement versus heat, and I know it. I'm actually switching to HE. Just to get damage and reset. See? That's all I need. I need the reset. Don't care at this point. I'm also basically out of ammunition.